We are going to go over the exit ticket that I planned to go over yesterday before we had the technical difficulties. And now I'm not in class because I'm observing a different class. Like I said, it's one of the things I'm going to have to do a couple times over the next couple weeks. I will not be out more than one day a week, and I'm going to try to plan it on a day where you don't need me to go over anything. So that's why I'm going to make a little video for you right now to go over the exit ticket. So if you've already turned it in, just you can sit back and see if you got it wrong, where you went wrong or whatever. You don't need to resubmit it. If you haven't submitted it yet, go ahead and submit the exit ticket at the end, so you can get the credit for it. So the first thing I'm going to do, let's just make this bigger. All right, so 2n squared plus 15n minus 27. So what makes this different from what we learned in the first part is the fact that you got that 2 there. What we're going to do is what's called the MUDS method. If you watch the video, it's an acronym where that M stands for multiply. So what we're going to do is take that 2, multiply it over to the 27. Now you've got n squared plus 15n minus 54. Now we're going to unfoil. So now we're on the unfoil step. Now that we don't have a number there, it is now back to what we learned in the first part, where you're looking for what multiplies to that number and adds to that number. I do know that the signs are going to be opposite because of that negative sign. Because we're multiplying to a negative, they need to be opposites. So if I start with the factors of 54, make a chart, I know that I'm going to make one of them positive, one of them negative. And need it to add to 15. Since it's adding to positive, hold on. Since you're adding the positive, I know that the positive is going to be on this side and the negative is going to be on this side. Well, if I add those together, I get 53. It's not 15, so that didn't work. The next number I would try is 2. 54 is divisible by 2, and it would be 27 would be the pair. Again, making 27 positive and 2 negative would add to 25, not 15, so that's not the right one. Then I would try 3. 54 is divisible by 3, and I believe it's 18. If I make 18 positive and 3 negative, then that is the pair I want because that would add the positive 15. So the 18 goes here and the 3 goes here. Now I'm going to rewrite it with that 2 back as the coefficient. So 2n plus 18 times 2n minus 3. Where can I divide a common factor out? Well, out of the first one, I can divide a 2. Between 2n and negative 3, nothing. So I'm going to end up with n plus 9 times 2n minus 3. And that appears to be this answer choice B here. Notice how they have the 2n minus 3 first and the n plus 9 second. That's okay. As long as the signs are correct, meaning the plus is with the 9 and the minus is with the 2n minus 3. So the answer to this would be B. All right, let's take a look at the second one. All right. So 10n squared minus 27n plus 18. Right off the bat, I would look and see, I'm hopeful with the 10 and the 18 if I could divide out a common factor of 2, but because one of the terms is 27 and you can't divide it 2, you can't divide a common factor out. So I'm going to go ahead and eliminate answer choice A and D right away because they had a greatest common factor of 2 taken out, which you can't do. So it's really now between B and C. Again, I'm going to do the MUDS method. So the 10 is going to multiply over to the 18. I get n squared minus 27 plus 180. Now I'm going to try to unfoil where n is here, n is here. Since I'm multiplying to a positive, I know the signs are the same, and they're going to both be negative. Now I'm looking for a factor pair of 180 that adds to 27, or adds a negative 27 where they're both negative. So I'm really just looking for a pair of numbers that adds to 27. So again, if you can figure that off the top of your head, that's great. If not, I'm making a chart. 1 and 180, that adds to 181, so it's not that. 2 and 90 adds a 92, so it's not that. 3 does work. It'd be 3 and 60. That would add to 63. So it's not that. Let's see, 180 and 4. Let's see, I guess it would be 45. So that adds a 49, so it's not that. Let's try 5. Let's see, 180 divided by 5. Let's see, I guess you would get 28. All right, so it's not that. Can you divide a 6? I think you can because you got 2 and 3. So 6 and 180 would be 30. All right, so that's not 28. But it's also not that answer. Hold on. Yeah, this one would have been 36. So can't do math in my head, but that's okay. But anyway, as the 41, so it's not 27. So it's still not that one. 6 and 30. Add to 36 was not that. 180, I'm guessing, is not divisible by 7, which is not. So I'm skipping 7. Now I'm going to try 180 divided by 8. Not divisible by that. 180 divided by 9. So 9 and 20 would be a pair, so it's not that. 180 is divisible by 10. That one I can do without. It's 10 and 18, so it's not that. I don't think you can divide 180 by 11. You can divide it by 12, and it's 15. So guess what? It took that many pairs to figure out. That's the pair that adds the 27. So it's minus 12 and minus 15 there. Now we're going to take the 10 and put it back on. Right, and then we'll divide both, where what you can out of both. So between 10 and 12, you can divide a 2. Between 10 and 15, you can divide a 5. So now you're going to have 5n minus 6, and you'll have 2n minus 3. Right, looking at the answer choices, again, actually it looks like B again. So B would be your answer here. At this point, the practice is now available, so give that a chance. Let me know if you have any questions. Obviously, I'm not in class. We're not in class, but you can still email me. So send me a screenshot what you're working on, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. All right. So as long as I'm not actively teaching another class, your emails will be priority because I'm unfortunately not in class today. So you don't have to wait the standard 24 hours, whatever. Like I will get back to you literally as fast as I can. So if you have a question on what you're working on, whether it's this lesson, if it's something else from earlier, that's fine too. Shoot me an email. Otherwise, I will see you all tomorrow.